Have you ever heard of the name Zinkie's? If you're an OG to Wisconsin Dells, most likely you have. The little, small, hometown grocery store, the type of grocery store that we love to cover on this channel. They have one in Wisconsin Dells, except unfortunately it's no longer called Zinkie's. It's called Maurer's Market by IGA. But many of you will probably remember this place as Zinkie's. And funny enough, we actually have some stuff to pick up today. And grab one of these like smaller carts. Yeah, I guess this will work. This was always my family's first stop when we got to Wisconsin Dells back in the day. This is a very small grocery store, and one of which I've been wanting to document ever since I started covering grocery stores on this channel. Yeah, I got some stuff to pick up for our trip to St. Louis tomorrow. I'm going to pick it up here in Wisconsin Dells. Maybe not everything, but they have a little salad bar. I haven't been in this store in years. Maybe since 2012. A lot of the stuff that my family needs me to pick up is actually non-food items, so I don't know how much we're able to pick up. Oh, essentials every day. Yep, I know that brand. That used to be a Jewel brand. Connected to either Super Value or Albertsons. I'm sure this place has had a little bit of updating since I've last been here. So far I haven't found any of the stuff we actually need. Well, already one thing I can't pick up. They wanted a certain shampoo, and they don't have it. I might be making a trip to Walmart later. One of two deodorants that they wanted they're also out of, so I might as well wait on that. Yeah, I don't feel like with these grocery vlogs I actually purchase things enough from them. You know, I film them and don't buy anything, and then I kind of feel guilty afterwards, but so far we're not doing too good with the grocery list. Oh, little cart section. Yeah, not really the best of prices or too many sales. I don't know if I am going to be picking up anything here. Everything I've seen so far hasn't been on sale, or they just don't carry. But still a very cute store, though. I mean, this does bring back a lot of memories. Like I said, we would check into the Black Hawk usually first, and then head out to the grocery store. And this was a time back in the 80s and 90s, even into the early 2000s when there was no Walmart or anything like that by the water parks, so this was the grocery store you had to go to if you needed something while you're in Wisconsin Dells. Interesting coolers here in the middle. Looks like we have maybe a clearance section here. Oh, it's a bunch of random stuff. There was also one particular weird chips that my daughter requested. I would be shocked if they had that. And if they don't, which doesn't look like they do, this will probably be just another grocery vlog where we don't buy anything. I do apologize for that, but I'm better off just going to Maurer at this point, I think. Yes, this definitely isn't the smallest grocery store I've vlogged. It's definitely not the biggest either. Pretty interesting now that this is the second store we've seen with these digital price tags. That appears to be more of a thing now. And all I can just say from experience, I could tell you it is a pain in the butt. It takes a long time to post those paper price tags. Yeah, I have experience with that, so I can see why they transitioned to this. Yeah, a tiny light bulb section. Of course, nothing on sale here either. Little tiny cat food. I don't think we're going to see Walmart anytime going to those digital tags. That would surprise me. They do have sales. But yeah, not enough for me to go through the checkout process today. Not worth it. I don't know if I'll stop at the Walmart here in Wisconsin Dells or just back home, but it would be cheaper sales tax out here. Now, I'm pretty sure there's still no tax on food in Wisconsin. I'm pretty sure that's still a thing. So it might be worth it stopping at the Wisconsin Dells Walmart. I have never been to the Wisconsin Dells Walmart. I don't think they have a Woodman's here yet. Kind of surprised on that. Yeah, this is Maurer's, connected to IGA, formerly Zinkie's.
Appreciate it.
Now it is time to explore downtown Wisconsin Dells in this heat. We are in downtown Wisconsin Dells, but we can't leave our car here. That would be a big no-no, so I have to go find one of our free spots. A very nice Wisconsin hack for you along Minnesota Avenue. There's a bunch of free parking, including right here at the church. Yeah, any of these diagonal spots you can park in for free all day. That's really not that far from downtown. We're still pretty much in the downtown area. Yeah, free parking, no meters. And funny enough, they charge you to park in that big lot over there, and farther from downtown. Walking downtown Wisconsin Dells just seems to be like one of the things to do while you're down here. And it's actually relatively free, as long as I don't buy anything. As I said in part one, I am looking for the t-shirt, the Memories by Wayne style t-shirt. It says Wisconsin Dells on it. Gray, most likely, maybe brown or blue. Something similar to that, which I've had since either 2007, 2008, or my 2012 visit. It's been a while, it fits fine, but hey, if I find the shirt, I'm gonna get it. And that's really about it. Now, I also mentioned in part one how this is the 5th anniversary of my mom's passing. The last time I saw her alive was when I was up here in July 2020, about 5 years ago now. And ironically enough, we're doing the opposite of what I did then in 2020. We did the 4th of July celebration with our friends in St. Louis, and then went up to Wisconsin Dells. And this year we're doing the complete opposite. I'm doing my random day trip today, and tomorrow we are headed down to St. Louis with the family. So I'm gonna kind of keep my eye in the gift shop for something, you know, on the cheap side that will remind me of my mom. I got a couple ideas in mind, but don't know if that exists. Wisconsin Dells and Wisconsin in general was definitely her vibe. As I also mentioned in part 1, this was our summer family vacation every year. 5 to 7 nights at Black Hawk. Sometimes just us, sometimes a bunch of the extended family, and we get the big cabin. It was fun. We didn't do Florida, California, you know, Disney World stuff. This was our family vacation, Wisconsin Dells, as is for many Chicagoland families. I've seen this area change quite a bit over the years, including this outdoor area didn't exist before. Pretty sure I mentioned in my previous visits here that there's definitely kind of a shift to this sort of outdoor social eating area. You know, you've always had your signature eating places, but they're definitely kind of, not necessarily say moving away from the corny stuff, but kind of giving that outdoor adult eating and drinking establishment vibe. That's definitely kind of moving in here now. All right, the first stop, I'm not going to film inside the stores too much. Yeah, a lot of stores are still kind of funny with that, but if I do purchase anything, I'll let you know. Long sleeve shirt. I always like that, but ooh, that price. Don't really want to do that today. Don't need a sweatshirt. I barely wear them. I might keep these 2 gray ones in mind though. Ooh, that one's 26. This is 17. What if I keep that one in mind? But it's my color. And Wisconsin, Delton, Wisconsin. But our car is here, so we'll pick that up at the end if I don't see anything else. I've been always weary at grabbing something from the first store you go into. You never know, you might see something bigger. Okay. Art studio. Don't remember that. Probably not gonna go to the Riverwalk today. Ooh, arcade. Not quite the penny arcade that they used to have here in the Dells back in the 80s, but this is pretty much what I would expect for 2025. But hey, at least they have an arcade, right? Filming today, I wonder if anyone is going to mistake me for Maverick Hayes. Well, probably not, but hey, you never know. I might possibly run across Maverick Hayes. I mean, I subscribed to his channel a while ago. I don't know if I necessarily would recognize him in public. Unless I saw him filming with a big camera and I'm like, you know, put 2 and 2 together, but. Classic Wisconsin Dells, this thing here. Of course, you gotta get the card. I'm not gonna buy a card today. Bigger than I was expecting. Yeah, they filled up all these little rooms here pretty well. You can go up upstairs, I guess. This is cute, but not particularly what I'm looking for. My girls like these big t-shirt stores, but with all the goofy slogans on it and stuff, but it's typically not what I'm looking for. Of course, I spotted this. Yeah, this area has definitely changed over the years. Yeah, there's also a lot of music in that store, and there's some music here as well, but yeah, they definitely have been doing some renovation here. Elm Street, what they're calling it. Got a little fountain here. It says Elm Street Plaza. What are my thoughts? Since I'm up here now, I don't know if I'll do it this year, but I do want to come back during Wazawa Days, I think it is called. It's their big fall festival they've been having forever. The Black Hawk is always booked during that fest. I'm thinking about it. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to be this year. I can get some food here, but I am not getting any food right now. I actually haven't ate since early this morning. I am waiting till dinner, because I need to have an appetite for dinner tonight, and you'll see why in part 3 of my epic Wisconsin Dells day trip today. It'll be worth the wait, trust me. Wisconsin Dells, it'll give you wings. Yeah, cool little area. This, of course, didn't exist back in the day. Always nice to have a little gathering place to chill out. I heard someone honk. Did they recognize me? Yeah, probably not. Random cow seat. Got the music blasting over there too. Jeez. Thankfully, YouTube has made it really easy as of late to remove the sounds, the music. You literally just gotta click a button in YouTube Studios and it takes a few minutes. And then magically it's gone. Yeah, this is relatively new as well, I believe. This is their little German village up here. Definitely reminds me of one of the worlds at Epcot. Do have some bathrooms accessible here as well if you need it. Got a cool themed gift shop here, connected to Wizard Quest. Sometimes they do like a little story thing. Okay, maybe we'll get a show after all.
In the 13th century, and as legend had it, a terrible plague of rats afflicted the lovely town of Hamlin. No one in all the town knew a cure for this dreadful condition. Then, one day, a stranger came to town. The stranger was dressed in brightly colored clothing and sang to the townsfolk, telling of his great skill for ridding the town of the hideous rats. His fee was small. He asked but a penny for each rat he removed. The town council agreed, and the mayor of the town told the stranger to proceed with the task.
Oh, there's the rats.
The melody, both strange and enticing, had a great effect on the rats. They came from every cellar, dark hole, and crevice. Rats by the dozens, then 50s, then by the hundreds, followed the piper. On and on the rats followed, right out of the streets of Hamlin and into the River Weiser, where the musically enchanted rats met their doom beneath the waters of the swift and mighty river. Once the rats had disappeared, the townspeople were filled with both relief and suspicion. They felt that maybe this stranger was in league with the devil, and that
yeah.
his astonishing feat was an act of sorcery.
That makes sense to me.
The mayor and the town council had already agreed to refuse the promised fee.
Oh, that's not nice.
The piper was outraged. With great anger, he gave warning of a terrible evil yet to fall upon the city of Hamlin.
Uh-oh.
Little did the townspeople know that the piper could not only charm rats, but all things that live beneath the sky, including children.
Uh-oh. I don't like where this is going.
That morning, while the parents were at church, a strange tune was heard, and children large and small stopped their play to run forward, following the music of the Pied Piper. Down the street they ran, unaware they were under a spell. They followed the piper through the main street of Hamlin, a street where no music has ever again been played. They ran out the east gate of the city onto the 7 hills, where they vanished into a mountain, all except one, who was lame and could not keep up. The children had disappeared forever, never to be seen again.
Well, that's not good.
Today, in the house called the Ratcatcher's House, is still seen the rhyme carved on a beam, which tells of this historic event.
Version of this age-old tale tells us that the townspeople finally paid the piper, and he returned the children to their homes.
Well, that was nice of him.
And they lived happily ever after.
Well, I do like happy endings, so, you know, that's good. Glad the children are okay. Yeah, I mean, if it didn't return the children, that'd be like Chris Hansen level of creepiness, you know? And I think he summoned those birds also. And there go the children. Bye-bye. Just keeps going. Shit. Yeah, I think 3 minutes is enough of that. We still got more t-shirt shops to look through. Oh, dudes, run you over. I really want to cross the street here. Yeah, they really need a stop light on this side of town. It's like way over there. All right, time to head back the other way. Check out a few more t-shirt shops and stuff. Then we're gonna head over to the Black Hawk. Goody goody gumdrop, classic. Used to have this over by Riverview Park. Oh, this is right up my wife's alley. Oh, Mickey's Village. Oh, man. Boy, I could spend some money here, huh? Oh, my goodness. Look at all this. And there's the goody-goody stuff. Boy, it's nice to live in a time where I didn't have to think about carbs and sugar and all that. My younger days. We will be devouring a lot of carbs and a lot of food soon enough. Another spoiler for part 3 here in Wisconsin Dells. And actually one of the main reasons why I'm coming up today. Wisconsin Dells Realty. Buy a house out here? Yeah, $112,000 for that. Dang. Stuff's fairly cheap out here. I could buy a shop in downtown Dells. Ooh, nice. I like that. And that. Discount t-shirts worth checking out. Anything that can get me out of the sun for a few minutes. A lot of sweatshirts though, really crazy. I don't know if it's just left over from last year I'm trying to get rid of, but yeah, a lot of sweatshirts I'm finding around here. I have plenty of Wisconsin Dells magnets. Definitely don't need that. I've shown this before in previous videos, this little tribute area to H.H. Bennett Studio. Did the first picture of the dog jumping over the rock and eventually make the Dells famous. Nice little seating area that always seems to be locked, never go in. So far, I'm liking the t-shirt in the first shop the best. That's usually the way it ends up working, right? You always want to look a little. And a lot of these shops with these weird shirts and stuff. Not going to be my best bet for generic Wisconsin Dells t-shirts. And the price of the original store is not that bad. I have to cross at the stoplight here. I don't need to walk this whole river walk again. I've done this several times in the videos here. But we can check this main area out over here. It's got the best view of the river, and they were putting together an art display the last time we were here. Got some boats down there. Well, one boat. Alright, well, looks like this display is finished up. I'm starting to be done with the sun. Thankfully, the most outdoor stuff that we're doing today, being exposed to sun like this, is while we're downtown. Gonna go across the street now, head back to where our car is, and most likely buy that t-shirt in the original shop. The old vintage photo shop is closed. Going under some renovation, it looks like. Pretty sure we saw that place on the other side of the street though. Ooh, it smells good. No food though yet. Yeah, we're getting closer. I want to check inside here though. My mom absolutely loved getting moccasins at Wisconsin Dells. So what I'm trying to find is like a keychain moccasin thing. Oh my gosh, there it is. Well, that was awesome. I did not expect to find a moccasin keychain. That's exactly what I was looking for.
That's painful.
Moccasins was my mom's thing up here. I also got one for my sister. Yeah, that is cool. So now I just need to really get this t-shirt and I think we're good. I thought for sure I was gonna have to go into this store to get the keychain, but to my surprise they had it, so we can go ahead and skip it. Although this is a very cool store, and as you can guess, my mom used to like going to that store a lot. But I'm kind of done with the sun, so there's our store. It's where we started. We did the full loop here. Get that t-shirt, get back to the car, and then we're gonna roam around Black Hawk for a little bit, not too long. And yeah, that'll be the end of part 2. We'll start part 3. We have 2 more main things to do, which includes our dinner. Yeah, this is definitely what I call a Memories by Wayne t-shirt. We're back. Black Hawk Motel. And without a room to rent. We're just gonna kind of walk through, see what's going on. At first glance, doesn't look like much has changed. I want to go inside, check out the game room. Yeah, we're not going to spend a ton of time here. And we're running a little behind in our schedule, nothing too crazy. But it's a little later than I had hoped. Ooh, we got a modern TV now. Still the same laundry machines. I really hope that the next time I'm in the Dells, I will be staying at the Black Hawk. That would be the goal. There's your outdoor pool. Kiddie pool. Let's see what's going on in the arcade. See if anything's changed. No, not too much has changed. Look at this guy here. Classic arcade. I was thinking about playing some games, but because we are running behind, I might skip that today. I really am kind of getting hungry. I have one more stop before our dinner stop. But yeah, this basically looks the same since 2022. Don't think any games have changed. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. This is something that would actually be very tempting to get for Wayne's Arcade World. It's not too big. Got a modern screen to it. 60-in-1 games. But yeah, it's not too overly tall, too overly wide. I do know that Brad picked up a bunch of those at Midwest Gaming Classic some years back. Oh, okay. Apparently we gotta do it this way. Yeah, indoor pool basically looks the same. Very nice. Okay, this is just a very quick walkthrough. Definitely covered the Black Hawk pretty well in my 2020 visit and both 2022 visits. And hopefully we will be back soon enough. Renting another room was one of these rooms over here for our budget stay at the Black Hawk in 2022. So right near the pool entrance. Yeah, pretty much the same as I remember. Yeah. Same seating up there, same playground equipment. No more horsies over here. Well, according to one of my supporters who is very familiar with the Black Hawk. You may comment on this video. He told me that the horses are still in storage. That they got them somewhere, so that's good to know. And as I've said before, this used to be a separate hot tub. Now it's just an employee storage area. Some more rooms over there. The original part of the Black Hawk. And hopefully we'll see you guys again soon. And that is going to do it for part 2 of our epic day trip to Wisconsin Dells. Make sure to subscribe. Stay tuned for part 3. We're going to be heading south now, so gotta go back into downtown, gotta go down the strip to our final 2 stops for the evening. Thank you for watching.